Hey everybody, it's Lon Seidman. We've got another unboxing. The Legion 5 came in the other day from Lenovo. This is their mid-range gaming laptop, and this is on loan from them. We'll be returning it to them when we're done with our review, and that review will be up soon on my main channel at lon.tv. This is an Intel-powered version. There's a bunch of different configurations here. So this one's got a 10th generation Intel i7-10750H. It also has an NVIDIA 1660 Ti GPU. This one should perform pretty decently, actually. And what's nice about these is that they work well for gaming, but they also do well for live video production. I use some software called vMix that does exceptionally well at that. And this is basically the new version of the Y540 that came out a few years ago. So this is the laptop itself. This is plastic. The Legion 7, which is their higher end one, will be all metal, but it looks pretty nice here. So let's have a look at the keyboard. So you got a full number pad here. This is the 15-inch version. There's also a 17-inch available as well. They have the webcam here with the shutter at the top. Let's take a look at the ports here. On the left-hand side, we've got a USB Type 3 port, or USB 3 port, not a Type 3, but a USB 3 port, a headphone microphone jack here. On the other side, we've got another USB 3 port and, of course, a little fan here. And then on the back, we have, let's take a look at the port configuration. I'm going to give you the overhead view, which might look a little bit better here. So we have the Ethernet jacks. You got gigabit Ethernet back here. This is a USB Type-C port here, so I'll give you the other view of it. USB Type-C, two more USB 3.0 ports, HDMI out, power, and what looks like a Kensington lock here. Typically, we'll have to test this, but typically these USB-C ports do display output along with data in and out. But the power consumption on these laptops is usually greater than what you would typically get over just a USB-C connection. So you're going to have to keep that power brick around with you. We're going to take it apart here in a second to see what is upgradable, and typically these things are. But before we do that, let's see what else comes in the box here. So we're going to kind of dig into the layers a bit and see what else we get. So the power adapter is your standard large Lenovo power adapter, and of course there is a plug here as well. This is a 230 watt adapter. And although it is large, it is smaller than last year's power adapter. So they did make this slightly smaller, but it still will be quite a bit to walk around with. And you need this much power because you've got the GPU and the CPU here that will be running at top performance. And that's why these things typically are not great for battery life. But we'll explore that in the full review. All right, so let me get a few tools out here, and we'll take it apart and see what is upgradable on this new gaming laptop. All right, so we got the case off. It does take a little bit of coaxing to get that going. I do recommend getting a toolkit with some of these plastic spudgers so you can gently detach the hooks that keep everything in. You got a bunch of screws, and then you've got to, get that case released from it. And you got to be careful with it because it is plastic. So I would, again, get one of these spudger tools and spend some time with it just to make sure that you don't damage anything. But it looks pretty robust in here. It's got some nice big fans and heat sinks going on. You'll notice here, I already took off the plate for the RAM, that this one is the 8 gigabyte configuration. It's single channel memory. But generally, if you have the GPU installed, it's not as big of a deal to have a single channel configuration, but you can upgrade the RAM, as you can see. The NVMe SSD is under this plate here. The Wi-Fi card is over here. And then we've got a SATA drive section over here with a cable for hooking up a 2.5-inch SATA drive. And then I noticed something else here, which looks like another M2 NVMe slot right here. And my understanding is, and I could be wrong, so let me know in the comments if I'm incorrect, but my understanding is that you can take this 2.5-inch module out, and that will give you room to put in the second SSD if you wanted to go that route with a slightly faster drive. And that's an improvement over the prior model, which did not have a second M2 slot. So it looks like you can do this one and the SATA, or two of the M2 drives, but no SATA. That looks to be how it goes there. Battery is here. Again, on these gaming laptops, batteries are not going to do much for you for battery life, just because these things are built for performance. So I'm going to put this thing back together, and we're going to start our evaluation of it, and we'll have a full review soon on the main channel at lon.tv, so stay tuned.
This channel is brought to you by the lon.tv supporters, including gold level supporters Tom Albrecht, Chris Allegretta, David Hockman, Brian Parker, Mike Patterson, and Bill Pomerantz. If you want to help the channel, you can by contributing as little as $1 a month. Head over to lon.tv/support to learn more. And don't forget to subscribe. Visit lon.tv/s.